Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to install Pem-Nuts on a sheet metal part. So it's going to look something like this. So let's get started. What you want to do, let's say you have a part already made, and it's a sheet metal part, stainless steel or whatever other material that you want it to be, and you want to install Pem-Nuts on it. So first, let's just make a sample sheet metal. If you don't have the sheet metal tab, you can just right click here under tabs. You can just make sure that this one has a check mark beside it. And then you can just create a simple sheet metal part. This is in inches, so let's make this into millimeters. Say this is 100 and this is 300. Okay. So in here, you can either give it a thickness by looking up the sheet metal table, if you have it, or if you don't have that, what you can do is you can say use sheet gauge table, and then you can come down to English, steel English table, and then here it'll give you the option to choose whichever gauge of sheet metal that you want to use. So let's say if you want to use a 12 gauge, you want to do that. You want to keep the bend allowance and the auto relief and the ratio for the relief as default. So now, before you make the hole for the Pem-Nut, you can't just come here and then create a circle and then extrude cut that, because SolidWorks had made that easier for us. So what you want to do is you want to come to the feature tab and then use the hole wizard. So in here, if you choose a clearance hole, it will give you the option to use or create a hole specifically for the Pem-Nuts. So in here, as you can see, there's two. There's metric and there's inch. Since we want to go metric, so I'm just going to click metric, and then nuts in here. And then for the type, there are several types of Pem-Nuts that you can use for different purposes. There are like self-locking, non-self-locking, bunch of different variation of the Pem-Nut that you can look that up. But let's say we want to use, so you don't even have to create the nuts itself if you want to make the assembly. If you come to the design library, they already have that pre-made for us. So it will look something like this at first. You can expand the toolbox, come all the way down, and then you're going to see here, Pem-Nuts, inch and metric. So what you want to do is expand the metric part and then go to nuts. And then, as you can see, there's locking and then non-locking. And then in here, you can choose different types. So whichever type that you're thinking about choosing, make sure that you choose that in here. So for example, I went to non-locking, and let's say if I want to use the self-clinching steel, stainless steel, CLS and CLSS, you can choose that specific class of Pem-Nut from here. So as you can see, they have a bunch. So let's say I want to use this one. As you can see, it's the same class as that one. So that this will make sure that it will give you a hole that is compatible with that Pem-Nut. So if you want to click that and you want to choose the size of it, for example, let's just leave it at M6, click OK. Let's choose this face, and then you want to create, let's say, as many holes as you want. Click OK, and then it will automatically create those holes for you. Now, what you want to do is you want to go back to the design library, and then you're going to drag and drop these onto the surface of these Um, as you can see, it automatically installs it for you. So what you want to make sure is that the backside of it does not stick out of this surface, of back surface of the sheet metal part that you're using. So that's an indication of if you've chosen the right parameters and the right size for the hole and all of that. So if you want to install a few more, you can just continue the same process for the other ones, and it will give you those holes and with the Pem-Nuts installed on them. So this is basically just an overview of how you can install Pem-Nuts. Obviously, this can get much more complicated than this, but this is just a basic overview. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any other questions or suggestions about the sheet metal section of the SolidWorks, please let me know and I can create a video for you guys. Thank you.